All right. All right. I welcome you all to this meeting today. My name is Okonkwo Juliet Ngozi, and we're going to be starting immediately. Now we're going to be doing your first mentorship once you become part of the Diamond Project. And I want to say a big congratulations to each and every one of you that have seen this opportunity and you're part of this opportunity. I want to say that I'm super, super proud of you. So right now, your first mentorship starts today and we're kickstarting immediately. Now, the mentorship you're doing today is divided into two different segments. The first is called the Diamond Initial Planning Orientation, and the second one is called the Quick Starter Guide. And we're going to start first with the Diamond Initial Planning Orientation. So I want you to get your pen and paper. Make sure you're writing down something. Make sure you're noting something. At the end of this meeting, you'll likely be asked questions. So make sure you're noting something as we begin immediately. So I will start by sharing my screen. And I'll start by sharing my screen immediately. So let's pay a very close attention. All right, first of all, I'm going to start by saying a big congratulations to all the amazing partners all over the world that just saw this amazing opportunity. I want to let you know that we're proud of you for the bold step you took to be part of this project. Each time I want to do this training, I remember the day I saw this opportunity, a day filled with lots of mixed feeling. You feel maybe you've been scammed. You feel maybe you're not about taking the right decision. But I want to let you know that today, this particular decision is the best decision I've ever made in my life. And it becomes worse when you finish seeing the opportunity and you feel, I want to share with my family, I want to share with my friend, I want to share with my loved one. And because they didn't even see the opportunity with you when you saw it, what happens? They scare you more. I remember the day I saw this, I came back to share with the person I live with, my cousin, and he was like, no, Juliet, have you paid? No, 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 you should not do this. They are all scammers. But the truth is, he didn't see this opportunity with me. And that is why we always advise people, when you see the opportunity, if you have someone really want the person to see it, it's better you connect the person to us to be the one to speak to the person. Because number one is this, the person didn't even see the opportunity. Number two is this, you that is trying to explain the opportunity to the person, you've not even made any money, no evidence to show that what you're actually saying is working. Number three, you've not even used the product. So what are you going ahead to explain? And that's why we tell you all the time, no talking, no convincing yet until you are mentored. So let's go into the main thing right away. So even though we have those feelings, are you sure I'm not scammed? Are you sure I'm making the right decision? But I want to tell you that there are still some expectations that we have. And I want to let you know that in this project, it's going to be you who will create the success you need. It will still be you that will create the failure. Now, no matter how long, Juliet wants you to be successful, Juliet wants you to succeed. If you don't want to succeed, the truth is this, there's little or nothing I can do. So you need to understand that you're going to be the difference between your success and your failure in this project. But what are we going to do for you here? We're not going to work for you, but we're going to work with you. And because of this, we're going to create the roadmap for you. We're going to create the system, the support, and the structure that you need in order to succeed and become the ultimate version of yourself. Now, I want to let you know that for you to succeed in this project, there are different ways that you can engage and run this project. Now, the first way you can engage and run this project is called spare time. What do I mean by spare time? I want to do the opportunity project whenever I feel like doing them, and some of you can attest to this, that for anything you want to do, whenever you feel like doing, most of the time, it doesn't go well. In fact, none of them go well. The truth is, you want to do whenever you feel like it will also reward you whenever it feels like rewarding you. And the second way that you can engage in this project is what? Part-time. Part-time simply means I want to dedicate a particular hour, say 1 hour daily, 2 hours daily, at least we're saying 5 to 10 hours every week you're dedicating to run this project. I remember when I saw this, I told myself 10 hours every week to engage myself, stay dedicated, run this as if I got a part-time job. And doing this, in less than 1 year of doing this, I can tell you where I was going to. In less than 2 years, things I never believed I could do, I started doing them. I was still doing this part-time. So you can choose to do this part-time. One thing I tell people is this: Some persons claim they are doing part-time, but they are doing spare time. Why do I know you're doing spare time? Because each time you're being called or you're asked to do something, you say, oh, I didn't have time today. I didn't have time tomorrow. It simply means you're still doing spare time. So if I say I'm doing part-time, what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to carve out that time. I remember those days, if I'm on morning duty, I would tell my mentor, okay, today I'm on morning duty. So from 3 to 5, I can do something because I know I'm on morning duty. Oh, let's say you work and your work is 8 to 5 job. You can decide, okay, by 5 I am done. I can do something between 5:30 to 7:30. That's part-time. Not saying you're doing something and then today you're called to do something. You're given assignment. Day one, you didn't do, oh, I was too busy. Day two, I was too busy. Day three, you're simply doing spare time and the business will not reward you. Now, the third way you can engage in this project is what? Full time. People come in and they tell you, oh, I want to run this full time. This is just what I want to start doing. This simply means I want to invest 5 to 8 hours daily. This time, I'm not talking about weekly. This is what you want to sign to do. And with this, what do you need to start doing? First, you start from learning. As you're learning, you're applying. I tell people all the time that this is the only school you're going. And as you're attending the school, you're making money at the same time. And that's what we do here. So at the end of this meeting, choose where you belong to. Where do you want to engage in? If you're choosing spare time, I don't think most of the mentors will not want to pay attention to you because actually you're going to waste their time. But if you're telling me today, Juliet, I want to go for either part-time or full-time at the end of this meeting, just make sure you chat the person that invited you here or notify any of the leaders. I am going for part-time or full-time. And that is it. So let's move on. Now, the next thing we're going to be discussing is this. There are 5 phases of growth and projects in this project. Growth and progress, I mean. Okay? What did I say? 5 stages of growth and progress. And the first stage is called the excitement phase. The excitement or the incubator stage. Now, what do I mean by this? This is that stage where you just saw the opportunity. This is that stage where you're fragile. This is that stage where even as you just got connected, your leader will try to pamper you. We don't want to expose you to some certain risk. And for some of us that are, you are excited, you just want to go and share it with anybody. At this stage, if you're not being protected well, and that's why at this stage, you're added to a platform, where you're going to be going through some things that will help you. First, we're going to be teaching you how to do what? How to go through objection, because one of the things that will weigh you down is objection. We're going to be showing you some clips on how you can go through your contact, what you're going to do, and many other things. And if this particular stage is not managed properly, the next stage you're going to enter is called the implantation stage. The implantation stage is commonly known as what? The disappointment stage. What happens here? This is that phase where at this point, you've been exposed to the incubation stage. And at this point, you started applying some things you're learning. And most of the time at this point, you see some person growing cold feet because you've done one or two, and it's like you've gotten little objection. And most persons at this stage, they will freeze. You're asking them, go ahead with your training. They are no longer responding the way they should respond. Do this, they are no longer responding the way they should do. And if this stage is not properly handled, what happens? You enter the next stage called the foundation or the critical stage. And at this point, you start having the urge to quit. I remember when I saw this opportunity, immediately I got to this stage, I didn't just want to quit. I wanted to collect my money. I was requesting for my money. That's what happens at this stage. You just feel, this thing will not work for me. I'm just wasting my time. It's not my kind of thing and all that. And what are you doing? You've gotten like 1 or 2 objections from friends, from family members. Maybe you invited someone and say, I'm not doing, it's not my kind of thing. And then you start feeling, oh, I'm in the wrong place. But I want to let you know that all these things are just things preparing you for the next level. And if you're able to stand the stage and get to the next stage I'm going to be showing you, which is the maturity stage, automatically, things will start changing. For what happens in the maturity stage, this is where the main mentorship, the main learning is going on. At this point, you've been able to undergo objections and you're standing. At this point, you've started applying. You have 1 or 2 persons connected under you and you're working with them. And if you're able to pull up through the stage and you're applying the things you're being taught, the next stage you're going to enter is called the financial freedom stage. Now, most of the time, we are all excited. Everybody wants to get to the financial freedom stage. But the truth is this, for you to get to this stage, you must undergo the first 4 stages I mentioned. And the only thing that will help you to undergo and overcome the stages are your why. The question I'm going to ask you today is, what is your why? Why did you join this? Why did you bring out your hard-earned money in this economy to start this? Why did you join this project? You must know why you started. The day I saw this, I know why I started. I borrowed money, and there is something I saw that made me to start. I saw a platform that could transform my family. I've been working for years and working in years. Even though I was in my profession, I've looked at all my colleagues and I looked at them and I knew that the profession cannot take care of the basic things I need to do in my family. But the day I saw this, I saw people that have the kind of things I want to have. I saw people that have gotten to the stage I want to get in life. And I told myself, I am in for this. And I need to write down my why. Now, you must also know that you must also know what you want to achieve within the next 4 years. Know that is a project plan of 2 to 4 years. Don't just come and you're in a haste. Oh, you just submit your list and the first 1 week, they invited them. None of them started, it's not working for me, and you quit. No, you should give yourself that long-term mindset. By the time I decided to agree to this, by the time I came in fully to do this, I told myself, I'm on a project for the next 4 years. And because of that, no matter the objection, I was no longer bulging again, because the truth is this. The plan is for the next 4 years, I am working on something. It's like you're building a house and you have to start building. Gradually, you're not in a haste. If you're in a haste, the house crashes. And that is it. And you need to understand also, I've said it that you should write down your why. And you need to understand that there are times when you're going to feel discouraged, especially from friends and family. Friends and family that you think you just tell them about the project, they just jump in. Some people tell me, don't worry, Juliet. There are some people, once I tell them, they'll just count money and give to me. And I'll tell them, no, follow the system. Once you fail to follow the system, you're going to encounter. That's why you must follow the system. But let me let you know something. Even though those your family and friends didn't care with you, that doesn't mean it will not work for you. Okay? So you also need to know that you're going to face some days you feel like not answering your supervisor's call. Yes. But if you don't answer your calls, how do we help you? I was telling someone, I said, some time ago when I wanted to quit, thank God I picked my supervisor's call. If I didn't pick my supervisor's call and he gave me some word of encouragement, that was how I stayed back. Please, always feel free. When you feel down, always try, even if you don't want to call, when your supervisor calls you, try and pick your call. That might be just that thing you're looking for in order to become successful. Now, you also need to understand that for every successful person you see in the world today, why they are successful is because their why is strong. And today people do what? People are happy, people admire them, people like what they've gotten, but their success story today because they overcame, because their why was strong. Now you need to kindly note that you will be assigned to a supervisor at the end of this training. A supervisor will be assigned to you that will be taking you through these stages. Please, I want to advise you, make sure you follow whatever the supervisor is asking you to do. Make sure you pick the supervisor's call as well. Your supervisor will choose when to call you. You can choose when your supervisor will call you, or your supervisor might choose when to be calling you, whichever way. I have some persons under my mentorship that I'm supervising. What do I do with them? They tell me, oh, I work. My time is 5 to 7 p.m. That's when I'm free for you to call me. You can call me in the morning. You can call me evening hours. So make sure so that we don't bother you. Okay? So you can also do that as well. But my question is this. If you're called by your supervisor, will you be willing to be guided to get to the next, to climb the next ladder? That's the question. Are you sure you'll be willing? The main challenge we have in this project is what? People not being willing to climb. The persons that will help you are there on ground, but the main challenge is you. Will you be willing for someone to guide you? If you're willing, then I want to say big congratulations. You just entered a big mentorship. Let's talk about the cardinal culture of this project. Now, the first cardinal culture of this project is what? You must hand over your business to God. Very, very key. Hand over your business to God. Know that God is the ultimate. Involve God in all your affairs, in what you just started today. And that's why for every first day of the month, we pray and fast for this project. Then the second thing that you must do is what? You must be willing to be trained, because amateurs don't get paid. Only professionals do. So allow us to train you, allow yourselves to walk you through on how you can understand and become successful in this project. And then the third one is what? You must be willing to train others. And the only way we can train you is what? The only way you can train others is when you allow us to train you as well. So you must be able to make a difference in the life of people by training them to become successful and own their life. You must be ready to help people and not to use them. This is not a selfish business. This is a business where you are here to raise people, help them become successful and do better for themselves. You must also be ready to train leaders, whether they are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, whether they are Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever they are. You must be ready to train leaders who are going to be professionals like you and become the ultimate version of themselves within 2 to 4 years. If you fail to do this, automatically you have failed as well. Because what this simply means is what? For any day you don't do something, automatically you don't aim. And then you must have a group of people who became diamonds through your mentorship, trainings, and inputs. So that is it. This is your pride. And once you do this automatically, I'll tell you that you're welcome to the family. Now, there are 5 greatest enemies to your success. 5. And the first greatest enemy to your success is what? Fear of rejection. Can we say it together? Fear of rejection. That's your number 1 greatest enemy. Fear of rejection. A lot of us, you're starting. Some of us, you're scared. You know, this person might like this person might not like this. They ask you to write your contact. You're selecting. Some of us will write just 20 and say, this is the only ones I know. Meanwhile, your phone, you have above 1,000 contacts because you're scared that they might tell you no. And I want to let you know that you don't have to be scared of this. You don't have to be scared of this. Most of the time, when people say no to you, simply means they are not ready. It could be they are not even in the right mood. It could be the way you presented it to them. So make sure you learn the system and don't do this. Some of us, we ask you to write your contact. Who are the people you're writing? You go and look for people that you know, that even if they say no to you, you don't even care. And then all your friends, you hide all your friends, and then you ask some person, they are telling you, please, 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 I don't want anything that will come between me and my friends. A lot and lot and lot, because you're scared that they might reject you. Okay? The second enemy to your success is lack of consistency. They say consistency is key. So you have to be consistent in what you're doing. Be consistent in what you're doing. Very, very important. And the third greatest enemy is what? Lack of patience. I tell people all the time that you have to be what? Patient with your result, but be impatient with the activities you're doing. You must be patient. Don't come in today and today you want to be a multi-millionaire. Don't come in today and you want to be a multi-millionaire in the next 3 weeks, in the next 3 days. No. Allow us to walk you through. Be patient as we're walking you through as well. And that's it. And the first way is what? Listening to dream stealers. Dream stealer could be family members. It could be friends. Don't come and, it doesn't work. Yeah, I've done this one. They'll come and tell you it's like MMM. All of them, they are the same thing. Just to discourage you. Don't listen to them. There are some of them that are wolves. Don't listen to them. So make sure you stay focused. If you have any challenge, who is the person you're supposed to ask? You can ask me. You can ask that person that lectured you. You can ask your mentor. Don't go and ask a random person out there what they don't even know. You're explaining to them. They will just steal your dream. And the last but not the least is what? Excusitis. Excusitis. Some of us, the kind of excuses we make on daily basis. Oh, today, have you watched Prep 101? And I'm supposed to watch it, but I was working. But the same you were working, you were just watching TV, you were just doing this. No. Either you're making excuses or you're making progress. You can't make the two at the same time. You can't make the two at the same time. And that's why some people make excuses and excuses and excuses and excuses and waste their productive age. So you have to be careful of this, okay? Then always remember this, that in this project, the only thing that can stop you from becoming the ultimate version of yourself is when you quit. And as long as you refuse to quit, one day you will definitely be financially free. So I want to say a big congratulations to each and every one of you for being part of this first mentorship today. And I want to let you know that at the end of this mentorship, you'll be getting your SMO checklist, and you're going to be getting it from any of the offices around you. Just make sure you ask any of the sector offices around you and get the SMO checklist from the office around you. So I want to say a big congratulations to you for being part of this today. And we're going to start the next training immediately. We're starting the next training immediately. The next training is one training I tell people all the time, that if you fail in this particular training, in the next 1 year, in the next 6 months, in the next 2 years, just as the case may be, you might be regretting a whole lot of things. This was where I made my highest mistake. Until today, I still cry about this. Till today, I still cry that I made this mistake, and I'm going to do this training because I don't want you to repeat the same mistake I made in the past. So let's get into this immediately. So the next training is called the Diamond Quick Starter Guide. This training is supposed to be done by the mastermind, but I'm going to be taking you on this training today, okay? Now, the first question I'm going to be asking you here is, what is the value of what you have in your hand right now? What's the value? Just like what Dr. Maismoru said, he said that when the value of a thing is not known, that abuse is inevitable. Now, and this takes me to the story of these three men that we know. The three men that started the Apple company in April 1976. The three men are Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. These three men came together, put up the Apple company. Ronald Wayne was the person that drafted the Apple logo. And they started running the project. They were on in the business, but guess what? Along the line, just the same way some of us will start, oh, it's not moving the way you want it to move, and then you get discouraged. That was exactly what happened to Ronald Wayne. Started and felt maybe it wasn't going the way he wanted it. And what did he do? This guy quit and left the project and sold his own share of the project. Now today, while Steve Jobs is worth $250 billion, Steve Wozniak is worth $185 billion. Watch Ronald Wayne. What's his net worth today? Ronald Wayne is broke today. And I want to ask someone here, do you know that this particular share of Ronald Wayne that he sold for $800 have been estimated to worth over $100 billion today? I want to ask someone here, if this man is to be your father, how will you feel? Some of us will disown him. Some of us will feel terrible knowing that your dad is supposed to be at the same level with Steve Jobs. But I want to ask us, why do you think this man quit and left us? Some of us might say fear of unknown, some might say lack of consistency. All are correct, but the main thing I'm seeing here is someone that didn't know the value of what he started. Why am I telling us this? I am telling us so that we know the value of what we started today. Just like the popular story we know in the Bible, the story of what? The story of Esau and Jacob. Esau was the first son, but because he didn't know the value of his birthright, what did he do? He sold it out for a miserable price. That's what people do. You can imagine this man, because he didn't know the value of the project he started, he sold it just for $800 and left. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this so that you know the value of the business you started today. Knowing that what? I started with 69,990. Do you know that a time will come and this 69,990 gives you up to 252,000 naira daily? I'm not talking about monthly. I'm talking about daily. Oh, I stay with 190,000. You know that a time will come and this is giving you over 756,000 naira daily. I start with what? 330,000. A time will come and this is giving you 100 and what? 1,764,000. I start with 15 accounts. A time will come, and this is giving you over 3.7 million. For everything I mentioned here, we have people earning them in the world. For me, I've crossed the first one and almost and at the second one, we have people earning everything here in the world. But when people got close to this, the company decided to create another package, which is the 31 Profit Center, where what is happening to you? You can earn up to 7.8 million naira daily. Now, why am I telling you this? If you don't know the value of this, you can just say, is it not 69,990 and you can quit? And that's why I tell people all the time. When I took this business serious, I decided not to see it as 69,990 business, but I was seeing it as a multi-billion-dollar business that I started. Why did I do that? I want to put value in what I just started. Because looking at that, 69.90 is money I can easily forfeit. And because of that, I have to add more zeros to place value on this. Okay? Now, these are the company we partnered. We're in partnership with Nature Ways, DSM, Welder Global Nutrition, Empowered Consumer. All these are the companies manufacturing the products we're using. And one of the things we enjoy about this, our parent company, is this: the trip will go, the anniversary trip. Very interesting and trip that will go in Philippines. This trip is always, in fact, it's done at the largest indoor arena with over 50,000 persons in attendance. Amazing, amazing trip. You'll be lodged in a 5-star hotel for 2 weeks where you're learning, having fun, and many other things. One trip that you will never, never want to do what? Want to miss. And this was the last one I attended, and this was the first time I was celebrated as a millionaire. You can see me here, you can see other partners, and guess what? I was not the only millionaire that went there, but 138 millionaires from Nigeria from the Diamond Project went for this project. The question I'm going to ask now is this: who is the next person that should be here? The next person is you. Today, we have thousands of millionaires already today, and I don't know about you. Will you be part of the next trip, or will you be given excuses? So let's move on. Okay? Now, with what we have seen yet now, I know some of us are excited. So how do I make this happen? Right now, I'm going to be teaching us 3 easy ways that you can succeed in this project. 3 easy ways. I want you to pay very close attention. If you blink here, you will lose. Now, the first easy way I am going to be teaching us is called home launch. Now, home launch is one of the most amazing system I love. This is one system you can use for your very close family and friends. You can use, and they don't suspect anything. Now, one of the things, there are criteria you must know before you do your home launch. Number one is this: you must know the kind of persons you want to invite. I do tell people all the time, I am opening a store and what I sell is worth 50,000. Who are the people I am meant to invite? I'm meant to invite people that can afford 50,000. If I invite people that cannot afford 50,000, the truth is this, I will likely not sell. That is it. So the first thing you will have in mind is what? Write down your audience, the people you want to invite for your lunch. And remember, home lunch is done, mostly I prefer doing it at home. That's why it's called home lunch. I prefer at home. Why do I prefer it at home? It gives your family and friends this relaxation. It gives them this idea that nothing comes to their mind at all. And they just feel, oh, Mike is celebrating. Let's come for Mike's celebration. Juliet is celebrating. Let's come for Juliet's celebration. So first is for me to write down people I want to invite. And if I want to have 20 persons seated, how many people will I invite? I will invite at least 25 to 30 persons. Now, the next thing is what? I have to check my place. Do I have a flat screen TV that I can, do I have a flat screen TV where it can be projected for people to see? That's the next thing you should think. If you don't have it, then you have to discuss with what? Your leader that will be coming to do this for you, so that your leader can make provision for it while coming. Then the next one is what? Light refreshment. I didn't say go and cook for them. No, just light, very light refreshment. That's what you need to do. Light refreshments, garden egg, soft drinks. That's all. Don't go and cook for them. If you make it expensive, people will come. And what are they calculating? They are calculating the amount to spend preparing those things. And because of that, they will likely not be part of it. They will say, let me go and gather money that will use and cook and do all those things before I get started. Then the next thing you need to do is what? How you can now invite the people you're inviting. Now, how do I invite them? One of the things you must know is that the people you're inviting for your home lunch are your friends and family that you're free with. So when you want to call them, there is no need being strict. Just be free. If you know the way you talk to them, don't make it official. Speak to them the way you normally speak. Let's say I want to invite my friend Taye. What do? I just call Taye. If I used to call Taye and we'll insult ourselves and we'll talk to each other the way we used to talk, crack jokes and many other things, I will still do the same thing when I want to invite Taye. Hello Taye, what's up, babe? How fine now? Fine. What's happening? How is business? How is work? And once I'm done doing the regular greetings the way we greet, I'll ask Taye, will you be around this Sunday or this Monday or this Tuesday, any day you're choosing, by 2 p.m. Anytime Monday, 2 p.m., Monday, 2 p.m. Yes, I'll be around. If Taye say no, she won't be around, please don't go telling Taye what you want to do. Tell Taye, okay, no problem, and leave it. Anything, don't worry, no problem. Since you will not be free, no wahala. Leave Taye. But if Taye says, yes, I am free, go ahead. Oh, I'm having a get-together with just few of my friends in my house on Thursday by 2 p.m. to unveil a new brand I'm launching into. And I need you to be there. I'm preparing for you. So just make sure you come on time. I'm expecting some personalities as well. That's all. If Taye is asking you, what kind of brand are you unveiling? Just tell Taye, just like I said, I'm unveiling. So when you come, you will see it. So see you on Thursday by 2 p.m. Then the next thing I'm going to do is what? On Wednesday, I need to remind Taye. Wednesday, I'll give Taye a call. Hi, Taye, what's up? How are you doing? Fine. How's work? Fine, fine, fine. Okay, good. Remember, my get together is tomorrow by 2 p.m. So please don't be late. If you don't remind Taye a day before, on that day, Taye might have something doing. She might forget completely. It has happened to me. It has happened to a lot of people. Not that they don't want to come, but because she didn't remind them a day before. So a day before, just a reminder. Oh, Taye, remember that my get together is tomorrow by 2 p.m. Please don't come late. Remember, I told you I'm expecting some personalities. Finish. Now your friends and family will be in your house. and we're going to send a consultant. It's not you talking to them. We got you covered. So we'll be sending some consultants to your house that will come to show your people. Now, what's your work on the D-Day? Your work is simple. Your work is to welcome your friends. These are your friends that came to your house. So just welcome them. And how do you welcome them? You just come in cheerfully, be excited. Oh, I'm so excited for seeing you all in my house. I just called and all of you are here today. I'm so happy that you answered me like this. And once you're done appreciating them, point somebody, either Christian or Muslim, to pray. They will stand up and pray. And once they are done praying, thank the person that prayed. Thank you for that prayer. I really appreciate you. And then you thank them again. I really appreciate all of you once again for being in my house today. Even at a short invite, you're here to. It simply shows how you care and value me. I really appreciate you people. Oh, there is something amazing I just launched into, and I feel I'm launching into, and I feel I don't want to launch into this. I launch into this out there without getting my family and my friends know about what I want to launch into. And because of this, I invited us here. I am just new in this, but I have someone here that will be explaining this better to us. This person is this, is a nurse, is the doctor, is a this, is this, have traveled far and wide, and has great knowledge about what we're here for today. So I want you to put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Jeremiah to show us what the brand is all about. They will clap and Jeremiah will come and start. That is all. Please, don't go sharing the things you want to give to them. Don't go and they come and you start sharing water, start sharing drink. If you share it while the presentation is still on, they will drink and go home. So because of that, keep everything you want to use and entertain them. Keep it. Unless somebody demands, can I get water? You can give the person water. Or you can give them water immediately they come in. If you feel they might be thirsty, you can give them water to hold. But don't go and they are sitting down, you're bringing out egg to come and share. You're bringing Coke to come and share. Don't do that. So keep everything. When are you going to share? At the end of the presentation, people are paying. You can start doing that. And that is it. So I believe this is clear. So let's move to the next thing. Now, the next easy way is what we call the IPI. Now we have two different IPI. We have the compressed IPI, and then we have the detailed IPI. Let me start with the compressed IPI. I don't have it written here, but I'm going to tell you about it. Now, the compressed IPI is just like a 3-sentence way you can use and invite your friends, very close friends. And when you're using the compressed IPI, one thing is you must be there. You must be at the venue where you're inviting them, or you're going to pick them to come with you. Now, how do I use the compressed IPI? It goes like this. I can just call my friend Anne. Hello, Anne. Good afternoon. How are you doing, Anne? Fine. Tomorrow by 11 a.m. Will you be chance by 11 a.m. tomorrow? Yes, I'll be. Oh, good. I am having I'm unveiling a new brand I just launched into tomorrow, Thursday, at so and so place, the venue of the office where you're doing it. Oh, the venue is at Gudu tomorrow, Thursday by 11 a.m. And I want you to be there with me tomorrow. So I'll be sending the detailed address of the place. Just be there with me. I will be waiting for you. If they live around you, I'll come and pick you as I'm going. That's all. That's compressed IPI. And you can use this and invite them. Now, the second one is the detailed IPI. Now, the detailed IPI is one IPI you can use for both people in your location and people outside your location. And IPI, remember, IPI is for close family and friends. If you use IPI for people that are not close to you, automatically what will be coming through their mind is, why are you passionate about helping me? So it's always for people that are close to you, that know you have their interests at heart. Now, how does this work? This is the script for the detailed IPI here. Oh, hello, Mike. How are you doing? Fine, thank you. After the greeting, you find out if Mike will be arrived. If the program is happening on Saturday, let's say it's happening on Saturday in Lagos, I can call Mike with this. And what am I telling Mike? Oh, quick one. There's an international organization that just launched out a huge project recently. In fact, based on the success of this project in the past 8 years, this project have truly helped a lot of people, considering the economic situation today. But you see, Kai, their reservation is very, very tight. But I happen to know a senior consultant and I got a double slot for this program and I want to give you one, but on a condition, and the person will find out what condition is this. On a condition that you will not miss attending this program. And once the person say, okay, if the person say I will try, tell the person, no, it's not I will try thing. Will you be there? I don't want to waste this slot. If the person say yes, tell the person, okay, I will send you the detailed address and also an access code. That's it. That's the IPI. Now, the third easy script is what? Is called the contact recommendation. The contact recommendation is where you write down contact of people you want to recommend and you're going to send them this. But we're not going to say much about this. All you need to do is just to go and get Prep 101 and watch Prep 101. So Prep 101 will guide you on how you can use this effectively in order not to make mistake about this. So let's move to the next thing. So the next thing we're going to be discussing is how do I generate income? How do I generate income in this project? The first way you can generate income in this project is called the direct bonus, which is direct connectors bonus. And the second one is the match sales bonus. Now let's start with the first one, the direct connectors bonus. How does this work? This is where you earn as you connect someone with your phone and you're earning according to the package the person is starting with. So here, if I connect my friend and my friend start with 69,990, immediately the person makes this payment, instantly I've earned 20,000 naira. What if my friend comes and starts with 499,990? Immediately the person makes this payment, instantly I've earned 100,000 naira. What if the person came and stayed with 999,990? Immediately the person makes this payment, I've earned 150,000 naira. And these are the different ways you earn from the direct connectors bonus. Okay, so let's move in. Now, the second one is called the match sales bonus. And this is where the financial freedom comes in proper. Now, how does this work? Now, this is where you're earning unlimited 7,000 from the system as people keep in making purchase in your system, in your tribe. As they're making their purchase, you're earning. Now, let's say this is Joy here. Joy got connected. The system will divide Joy into left and right. And Joy gets her friend Ada connected. Once Ada gets started, the system will reward Joy the connectors bonus according to the package Ada started with. She gets Bola connected. The system will do the same thing. System sees Ada and Bola and reward Joy 7,000. Now, at this point, whether it is Joy that connected the next person or Bola that did, watch this. Bola starts connecting her own persons. She connects Chidi and Dan. She earns her connectors bonus as well. This time rewards out the matching bonus. Bola will do the same thing. Connects Eno, connect Fanny. She earns the connectors bonus. This time rewards out the matching bonus. But watch here. It's not Ada Joy up that connected Chidi. It's not her that connected Dan. It's not her that connected Eno or Fanny. But the system will see Dan and Eno. Reward Joy 7,000. See Chidi and Fanny. Reward Joy 7,000. Chidi, Dan, Fanny, Eno. All of them will repeat the same thing. Remember, it's just people making purchase from their contact, not them going outside to go and hawk. The system will see Joy and K, see reward Joy 7,000. Ijoma and Lara, Joy still gets 7,000. Hajia and May, Joy still gets 7,000. Gabe and Nuhu, Joy still gives 7,000. Now pay attention to this. In this whole diagram, how many people did Joy recommend? Only 2. But do you know that the system will keep on paying Joy 7,000, 7,000, 7,000? But the system says that the maximum Joy can earn in a day is 252,000 naira. Today, this is no longer something I would say I aim. I've passed this stage for a very long time. A lot of people are earning more than this just from a business of 69,990. Now, before we go into this, now watch this. Joy can choose and say, oh, for me, I am not doing, I just want to do this, take my time and do this. And let's say, for instance, Joy started the business in January and started with just one profit center. And what did I teach Joy? I taught Joy, I said, Joy, do you know what you're going to do? What you're going to do is just make sure that in the month of January, you got 2 persons connected. And with this, Joy connected her friends, 2 of them, and they got connected. She earns the connectors bonus. The system will pay her additional matching bonus. At this point, Joy know what she did. And what did Joy do? She taught these 2 of her friends how to repeat the same thing she did. They both repeated the same thing she did. They earned their own money. Joy earned 14,000 naira in February. In March, these 4 persons taught, these 2 persons taught their 4 persons. And in March, they repeated the same thing that Joy did in January. Guess what? Joy earns 28,000. Now they are 8. This 8 person will go and teach their own persons. And once they do, Joy is not the one teaching them. Joy is not the one even connecting them. But guess what? Joy have earned 56,000 naira. And it will get to a point, these people will just keep on doing the same thing that Joy did. What did Joy do? Joy wrote down contact from her phone and connected them by teaching them how to get started. Maybe they did a home lunch, maybe invited them to her office, different ways. And at the end, she just told her people, oh yeah, do the same thing. Write your contact, invite them to the office, plan for home lunch. And they repeated the same thing that Joy did. And you know that if Joy did this thing with her people consistently in 1 year, Joy would earn 28 million naira. Now you can imagine, what if Joy did 3 profit center? Do you know that if she did 3 profit center, instead of earning 28 million, Joy will earn 86 million? Do you know that if Joy did 7 profit center, instead of earning 28 million, she will earn over 200,000 naira? And this leads me to the next thing, which is what? The benefit of you starting with multiple accounts. I do tell people all the time that you can start the business with either 1 account, 3 accounts, 7 or 15 accounts. And for anyone you're starting with, the beautiful thing about it is what? For whichever one you're starting with, it takes the same effort to build 1, to build 15, to build 31. The same thing you do is what they also do. The only difference is what is in the earning. So with this, you can imagine you have earned 200 million just for starting with 7 profit center. So let's move on immediately. Now, you can imagine what if you're doing this instead of 12, doing this monthly, you're doing this every week. You can imagine what will happen to you if you're doing this. We don't even want to talk about this, but if you decide to do this weekly, you recruit 2 persons and recruit, what it simply means is within 90 days, you can hit this 28 million naira. And that's what this simply means. So let's move into the last part of this training. We're beginning to round up already. Now, just imagine that I start with 330,000, I start with 499, I start with 999,000. What this can do for you? You're going to earn massively, because the earning when you do multiple accounts, you can't even compare it with what happens when you start with 1 account. Now, one thing I do tell people all the time, that the same effort it takes for you to build 1 account is what you can use and build 31 account. The same thing. Now, this was where I made mistake when I started this business. When I started this business, guess what? I started with 3. And that's my greatest mistake for today. I have 2 regrets starting this business. two regrets in this business since I started. One was what? Not starting with multiple, at least 7 to 31. The second one is what? Not having my family members join me when I started. That's the two regrets I have in this business. Apart from this, nothing more. And that is it. So let's progress immediately. Now, what happens when I start with multiple accounts? If I start with one account, what it simply means is what? For one person, I get connected, I earn 700 points. But if I start with 3 accounts, if I connect one person, I earn 1,400 points. If I start with 7 accounts, I earn 21,000 points. If I start with 31 accounts, I earn how much? I earn 3,500 points, which means an activity you did, just one activity you did, that will get someone that did 1 account 7,000 naira, can give someone that did 3 accounts 14,000, someone that did 7 accounts 21,000, someone that did 31 accounts 35,000 naira. Now that's what this simply means. Now you can imagine, I'm going to show you multiples of mistakes I made because I didn't start maximally. And that is one thing I regret every day. I tell people all the time, I'll say, if you have what it takes, yes, if 69.90 is all that you have, or even if 69.90, I struggle to pay 69.90, no wahala, continue with it. But if you have what it takes to do more than 69.90, if you have what it takes to do more than that, please don't ever do that. Now, another thing is what? Most of the time, when people just start with 69.90, at times they don't take it serious. They say it like, is it not just 69.90? Some of the people that start with 69 started because they just want to try it. Now, you can imagine, what if I started with 1 million? Yesterday, somebody was telling me, I started with 2.1 million. She said, I can never play with this. Now, somebody cannot pay 2.1 and go and sleep. You will make it work. In your mind, what you'll be telling yourself every day is, this thing must work, oh, this thing must work, oh, because you know your money is there. And that is it. So right now, we're going to be talking about, how do I see everything I earn in this business? How do I log in, see the people coming under me, see the things I earn? That's the next thing we're going to be talking about now. And once you become a partner, within 3 to 14 working days, you're going to have what we call the digital tracking center. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have what we call the digital tracking center. Now, the digital tracking center is where you can log in, see every income you earn. That's the digital tracking center. Now, I'm going to log out here properly to show you how the digital tracking center looks like. Now, once your username and password is sent to you, just like I said, within 3 to 14 working days, you have your username and password. And once we send it to you, we're going to send you a link. So once we send that to you, we're going to send you a link that all you need to do is just to log into that link. And while you log into that link, you have your username and password. I'm going to use mine. So you just put your username and you put your password. So this is my username and my username here. And then you put your password as well. Okay. And once you put your password, you click on continue. Password as well. Okay. And once you put your password, you click on continue. So I'm trying to log in. Now I want to see the people under me. Where will I go to? Once I want to see the people connected under me, the first place I'm going to go to is to go to genealogy. Now, genealogy is where I will see the way I started, the number of accounts I started with when I started, including people placed under me. You're going to see all of them. There is nothing like, I was connecting somebody and someone was taking it. No. For anybody you connect, you will not just see them, you will see their name. If possible, if they put their picture, you will equally see their picture as well. So everything is clear. There is no hidden thing. Everything is clearly stated, and you can easily dictate anything that you think is not right. And once you notice anything, you can easily report, okay? So that is it. So let me log into my genealogy. You will see where I made all my mistakes. Now, genealogy, each time I want to log into my genealogy, I feel pained because I see all my mistakes. Now, if you look at here, you're going to see the first three here is the first three accounts I started with when I started, and that's my highest mistake. Now, because I started with 3, in a day I connected up to 7 persons, but the question is, where will I place them? Once I place 4 directly under me, the rest of them I have to use and support myself. And one thing I tell people again is this: it depends on the number of accounts you start with. If I start with 1 account, guess what? I'm going to start majorly people that will start with 1 account. If I start with 3 accounts, automatically I will start with people. I will have majorly people that start with 3 accounts. Why is it that way? Now, it is that way simply because of what? Because let's say, for instance, my friend Anne called me. Oh, Juliet, that your business, I've seen, I want to get started. How many accounts did you start with? And I tell Anne that I started 1. How many do you think Anne will start with? Anne will also start with 1. Even if Anne has the money to do 15, even if she has the money to do 31, Anne will just tell me, okay, let's try it. That if it's working, she can do more. But when I started, I did 3. So most of the people that came under me, they just asked me, Juliet, how many did you do? I did 3. They also do the same 3 as well. And because of that, that's why people that did multiple accounts, they run faster than people that did 1 account. Now you can see my account here. I connected more people when I started, and guess what I did? I turned to supporters club. If you watch here, if I've done 7 accounts straight today, what I earn today, I'll be doing this at least ×2 of what I earn today. If I started with 15 accounts, I'll be doing it at ×3 or ×4 of what I earn today. But because I started with just 3 accounts, you can imagine, this is my 3 accounts. All those places I blocked myself. This one you're seeing here, I've finished building when I came and started building this account for somebody that is sleeping. Why am I building for somebody that is sleeping? Because I didn't know where to place it. I didn't just know a place I can place this account and be seeing. Because of that, somebody is sleeping and the person is seeing money. Now, this is the mistake I made when I started. What if I've taken over 15? What if I've taken over 31? That's how, for everything these people are doing, would have been counting for all the 15 accounts I did first if I've done 15. And that's why I would strongly advise you, if you have what it takes to do more than 1, please don't do 1. Don't ever be like me. I don't even advise 3. Minimum should be 7. And that is it. So let's move on. Now I want to see how I earn income every day. Where do I go? You go to transaction. Transaction is where you see all your income as your income is coming. For you as a beginner, your match what? You match 7,000 naira. For me, that is already old. What I'm at the company say, once you match 7,000 up to 300 times, it will reduce to 6,850. So presently, what I match is 6,850. And for every day, you can see it here. You can see it here. For every day, I have accounts that will match 6,850 times 36 every day. Now you can see it here. You can see all those are my income. You can see it here. If I go to another account, you will still see it again. And that is it today. If I've started with multiple accounts, when I started, I will have, if you watch, today I have multiple accounts, but they are not making much money. I even I started them when I started all. Today they'll be making more than this. Now, if I want to take this money, all I need to go do is just to go to encashment. You can take every income you earn to 0 naira. There is nothing like his wallet money. You can't take them. No. The maximum you can take in a day is 2 million naira. That's the maximum you can take in a day. You can decide to be taking every day or monthly. So if I want to take this money, I'll just click on Encash and I will type the amount I want to take. Let's say I'm taking this, I will just type it here and then they'll ask me encashment type. I use Access Bank. That's what you use. So if you don't have Access Bank, you can open an account with Access Bank. And once I click on Encash, it will show me my account number. If this is correct, I'll just click on Proceed. And once I click on Proceed, first thing tomorrow morning, this money will enter my account first thing tomorrow. You can see the ones I've taken already. For anyone you take, you pay your VAT for anyone you take. Anyone you take, you pay VAT. Federal government will take their VAT, and bank will take their processing fee of 600 naira. So that's how it goes. And the good thing is what? We still have other ways that you can earn, you know. So of course, every day you're getting toothpaste, you're getting this, you're getting that. You can build a platform where from this, you're earning little money from different things that people are making purchase from your platform. Today, I've built such system. People go to buy their toothpaste from the company because they are coming under my what? Under my lineage. What happens? I earn little money. You might look at it as if it is small. You can see this person bought chocolate drink. I earn 50 naira. You can see it here. Toothpaste, different things. As they are making purchase of these little things, I keep on earning from the little. That's leverage. You know, and before you know it, this might look like, what is 15 naira? What is 10 naira? But guess what? By the time this is coming from so many people, the money becomes a lot. And that is it today. So right now, I'm going to be rounding up shortly. So let's do and round up. Okay. So let me show us the last part of this training as we round up now. Okay. So the last part of this training is what? Once you're done writing your list, the next thing you're going to do is just to go and watch Prep 101. Now, Prep 101 is a video that teaches you how to handle your list. Everything you're going to do about your list, Prep 101 will show you how to do that. Then the next thing is what? Who makes my recommended calls? The person that makes your recommended call is either your upline Kingsman, or your upline emerging selling. These are people that will make your call. And I do tell people all the time, when you write your list and submit, find out who is going to make your call. Give them 3,000, 2,000. Please support your business. This is your business. Support them to be happy to hear. And the next thing is what? How do I get my access code? Once you're done with this training, look for an office close to you and get your SMO checklist. From the SMO checklist, a reservation code will be generated for you immediately. So find out that. The next one is what? How do we grow through the rankings? Okay. First rank is partner. Partner is when you just came, you became a partner and you bought product or a partner. If I decide, oh, I don't just want to enjoy the product, but I want to attend this mentorship like what we're doing today, automatically you become an emerging active partner. From emerging active partner, once I have one person at least sign under me and I apply, once the application is approved and I do what is called the onboarding section, I become what? An active partner. From active partner to Kingsman, from Kingsman to emerging cell leader, from emerging cell leader to cell leader, from cell leader to emerging G leader, then G leader. And all these activities are monitored by the mastermind. And then we have top 20 in the state, top 20 in Nigeria, top 20 in Africa, and top 20 in the world. But what is your own desired destination? For me, my desired destination is to become a member of the Hall of Fame. I don't know what your own plan is, but this is my destination. And as I round up now, how do we monitor your progress? We monitor your progress using the SMO checklist. So SMO checklist is a must for anybody here that wants to succeed in this project. So I want to say a big congratulations. The SMO checklist, those are what we said in the IPO training. You're going to be assigned to a supervisor that will take you through the stages until you graduate to maturity class. So I want to appreciate all of you for being here today. And I want to let you for listening today. And I want to let you know this. That's how that you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough others get what they want. So congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Reach out to the person that sent you this. You want to upgrade your account, make sure you upgrade your account today. Don't say tomorrow before someone will block you. Okay? Get your SMO checklist and let's help you become the ultimate version of yourself.